Hello and welcome to part 2 of the little rural road trip that I began a few weeks ago. So we're heading out of Viby now, my little dream village, but we're going over to another dream village, or semi-dream village. At least I hope this is the right direction. It's so confusing driving out in the country. You'd think it would be different, that it would be more difficult in the city with all the streets. But out here you don't really have any sort of signposts. I mean, one field looks like the next field. But let's try. Let's see where we're headed. Okay, I've now driven through the little village of Måle, and look what I found. Highland Coo. It's looking right at me. I love those cows. Don't you just want to hug them or bury your hands in their fur? And in the very distance there, I'm not sure you can even pick it up, but that's the bridge that connects this island to the island of Zealand, where Copenhagen is on. And here's the ocean, or stretch of sea, I guess you could call it. You can hear the crashing of the waves. So yeah, if you ever want to be a tourist in Denmark, consider this little spot. Okay, heading back into the little village of Måle from the other side. Take a look at the tree on the left there, that chunk of wood. That's actually one of those kinds of trees that the soldier is asked to go into in the fairy tale The Tinderbox by Hans Christian Andersen. Poplars, I think they're called. So actually Måle might be my dream village. Can't really make up my mind. I haven't been able to walk around here, so I could be wrong. There's just something about villages. They seem to me more timeless. Oh, a couple of horses up there. You're just not reminded of all the fast-paced 21st century busy lives, which in itself is certainly less stressful. I'm going to try to go down here, even though I can't really see if there's any traffic. The other day, we were going to stop here and buy smoked salmon or some sort of smoked fish, but there was just too many people. So it's a busy place. Who would have thought out here in the middle of nowhere? I hadn't thought so. Oh, look at this place. I mean, look at that. Sheep. And a sort of stone barn. And the mailboxes here are all of the same color because they belong to this estate further away. That's really pretty. I think we're going to be heading for the ocean again now, or the sea. The ocean sounds so Pacific or Atlantic, which it's very much not. It might even just be a little belt. God, the roads here are tiny. How am I going to be able to turn around and go back? I'm not sure that I am. I'm going to have to. Let me see if I can find a spot up here. Now we're out of Måle. Actually, come to think of it, as long as there's asphalt, it could lead somewhere other than some distant farm. I'll give it a try. Okay, this is not usually the sort of road that I drive on. These are particularly small, even for Denmark. But it's quite typical out in the country. You just hope that there's going to be no oncoming traffic, or that they'll be driving really carefully. The thing about wanting to move to a village is that you don't really know what it's going to be like. I've never lived in a village. I don't know what sort of people live here. And with only, some maybe 10, 12 neighbors, you're a little more dependent on them. In the city, you can ignore a greater number of people somehow. Out here it's more difficult to ignore people because there are fewer of them. Oh, there's a car from Italy. Huh. Okay, I think I have to turn left here. There's that tricycle again, signaling to people that they should drive carefully. Daffodils are in bloom. We're not walking. I think we're gonna come pass by the estate. Not sure what it's called. There seems to be some sort of mansion, or not mansion, but yeah, an estate down here. So the trees on the right hand side have been cut, but not those on the left hand side yet. Here they have the same blue mailboxes again as seen earlier, which means they somehow belong to the land of the estate, or mansion we'll be driving past in a minute. Not sure exactly how that works, not being of the landed gentry myself. Yeah, okay, I think we're gonna pass by the manor house in a minute now. A huge farm something here. Oh, there it is, on the left hand side. See? Take this off. That's beautiful. These kinds of buildings are strewn all over the place in Denmark. Not just here. I have a tiny moat, which is nice. And then these buildings will belong to the farm part of it. You can see plenty of people working for them apparently. And that signals the end of our little road trip this time round. Thanks for coming along.